Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Welcome to our live LiveGood Firestarter Friday call for September 19th, 2025. Another big week. Lots of excitement going on. Lots of big announcements that we get to talk about today. New product on its way. Actually, several new products on their way, as Dr. Ryan will talk about here in a minute. But hope you guys are doing well. Welcome aboard to everyone who joined LiveGood this week. And congratulations to everyone who had a new enrollment, who advanced in rank. We'll talk about rank advancements here in a second as well. And especially congratulations to everyone who used their LiveGood products today. I'm actually drinking right now my combination of, usually I just go Super Greens and collagen and my Super Greens. As Lisa suggested on a call months back, sometimes she throws a scoop of our organic coffee in there if she needs some extra energy or just for extra health benefits. And so I did that today. Had a hard CrossFit workout this morning. Felt like I needed a little bit extra caffeine, a little bit extra energy to crush this call. Also just popped my methylene blue dissolving strip about an hour ago, so I am ready to rock. Nader Kazan, Director of Field Development. How's it going out there?
What's up, young man? How you doing?
I'm awesome. How you doing? Anything
I'm doing great, bro.
going on in your world today?
Dude, yes, it feels like Florida. I think God is trying to tell me to come and visit you guys over there. But dude,
kids, DHA, EPA?
Yep, DHA, EPA.
A multi without iron?
Okay.
Are you talking to us, Lisa?
Oh, was I not? I'm sorry. I thought you just...
That was some good information, I'm sure.
We're having a conversation. Nader's responding to whatever Lisa's saying. Oh, I just noticed as I took a sip, I also put a scoop of essential aminos in here as well. It's got the lemon lime flavor. All right, back to Nader.
Hey, Bubba. So here's the deal. I remember you and I started, well, I started 10 years before you did because I'm an old geezer. But I remember starting network marketing with you, buddy, back in, gosh, I don't even, 2000, year 2000, 25 years ago. And those days, ladies and gentlemen, there was a saying that there's 7 touches to recruit someone. There's 7 levels. And let me tell you, Ben Galinsky used to come to that office. I think he drove like 70 miles each way. I don't remember, because we had free phone. We had free phone at the office, and him and I used to go over there, and he used to just burn out the phone. He had these follow-up folders. I'll never forget them. He would walk in with these binders and just call people up. That attitude. I mean, when he would call people, you hear the voice, you're like, I want to be on the same thing that this dude is on. And let me tell you, we saw what happened. I don't want to get into that. But one of the things I remember Ben and I used to do in the old network marketing days, we used to teach people that it takes 7 proper steps to recruit someone into an opportunity. Those days, we used to call it a 3-way call, if you remember, Ben. Some companies send out VHS tapes, audio tapes. Actually, there were companies out there, I don't know if you recall, that the leaders were making money selling tools and trainings to their distributors. And we all know the reason was to keep them around for longer than that inevitable 2.8 months of dropout. But that being said, after 7 touches of training, conference calls, gave out a sample, put them on the phone with your upline, flash some checks, and all that other stuff they used to do. Here's the number that blew me away, brother. Out of 30 people that look at a network marketing opportunity the old way, meaning making it for 10, selling it for 90, watching people quit in less than 3 months, for a handful of people who get paid and drive pink Cadillacs and black Ferraris, the old way of doing it, out of every 30 people, when Ben and I used to do the traditional network marketing opportunities, out of every 30 people, statistically, that would go through the 7 process or 7 steps of recruiting, 1 would join. Now, I can't speak for Ben. I would go out there, or we would tell people that the other 29 are naysayers. The other 29, they don't see our vision. The other 29 just don't get it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we see LiveGood exploding organically, as we see everyday people or people who've tried network marketing before and never able to recruit people, as we're duplicating the way we're duplicating, that tells me something. And this is a disagreement that I have with the gentleman who's our CEO. Maybe I misheard, but I believe because of LiveGood, we're going to have a lot more people in network marketing. Why? Because it's so pure. It's so much fun. The point of entry is so easy. The cost of operation is literally zero because you have to take supplementation, highest quality at the lowest price with full transparency. I mean, talk about the four most powerful words on the planet. But here's why I did some research, Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, I made a mistake and I want to apologize. I said a couple of weeks ago on our Friday Zoom that not everybody needs to make extra money. I was wrong. I should have said not everybody want to go out there and sell their friends a $65 CBD oil or a $45 diet pill, knowing that some other people, a very small percentage of the people are going to get a car or a trip or a ring out of it. I think one of the main reasons 29 out of the 30 people who went through the 7 steps of recruiting didn't get involved was because they looked at it and said, wait a minute, I am not going to tell my friend that I grew up with or my neighbor to buy a $500 pack so somebody on the top of the compensation plan would get a car out of it. So I did some research because I was wrong. Based on the internet, which knows everything, I think. Just for your medical and for your supplement stuff, go to Lisa. Everything else you can check on here. Check it out. 1 billion people are in some kind of a rideshare, some kind of a Uber Eats, some kind of a, they call it a gig economy, side gig economy. That tells me that I was wrong. That means people do want to make extra money, but they just don't want to get involved with the old MLM that clearly tells you on their compensation plan that the products that they're selling, packs that are selling for $500, just take a zero off to make it very simple. Costs about $50. But yes, I believe because of LiveGood, because of the highest quality at the lowest price with full transparency and Lisa and Ryan's trainings, we will have 100 million people in LiveGood, and we will change the tide of this industry because people can finally say, you know what? I can proudly tell my friend that they can get the most advanced nutritional products on earth, get trained by Lisa and Ryan at cost. That's why I believe I was wrong. Yes, people do need to make extra money. This proves it. Almost 1 billion people worldwide are doing some kind of an extra gig, but less than 100 million of them after almost 100 years are in network marketing. And out of 100 million, which by the way, they all need our products, regardless of what opportunity they're with, out of 100 million, maybe 10,000 of them are making the money that stories are made out of. I believe LiveGood is going to increase people's take on supplementation because now they can afford it and get trained with Lisa and Ryan how to use it. And I believe LiveGood will have a lot to do with changing the shift of network marketing and bringing hundreds of millions of new people, because now people don't need guaranteed this or funnel system or TV ads or proven stuff to make it work. When you're proud of something, like Dr. Goodkin said last night, you can't wait to share the love of LiveGood with people. So Ben, I wanted to share that with you because I truly believe with what you're doing, bringing this team together, 2 million people, grabbing the tiger named Ben Glinsky, Lisa and Ryan by the tail, I believe we are going to put more people in network marketing, the honest, the nice, the kind, the loving way, way more than the past 100 years they put in. Back to you, brother.
Awesome. And just for clarification, because it sounded a little weird, Nader said changing the shift from network marketing. There wasn't a different word.
Ladies and gentlemen, forgive my accent.
Nadarian there. But no, that was awesome. And I actually took a lot of notes because sometimes Nader talks fast and stuff just goes like, you don't really grasp the power of it. But a lot of what he said is challenges in the network marketing industry and really what makes us so much more powerful. I mean, 1 out of 30 people signing up out of your prospects. And Nader, I'll tell you what, I think that's a very aggressive number. I know I wasn't signing up 1 out of 30. I would call like 200 people a day and hopefully get 1 to sign up back in the day. So 1 out of 30 is pretty generous out there. But still, if you look at our numbers, if you look at the power line, we've still got about 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4 of our prospects, people who are looking at LiveGood joining. And even with Nader's generous numbers, that's 10 times what's happening in really any other company out there. And the reason is exactly what he said. People can see it. They can understand it. Highest quality, lowest price. You don't have to explain anything more than that. Once people understand that, they're in. And once they buy a product from LiveGood, they're never going to go back to buying a supplement from any other company out there. Why would anyone pay more money for a lower quality product when they could get the best one at the best price anywhere? So that was awesome. What else? Yeah, the gig economy. I mean, we just ordered DoorDash. You're on his way with Chipotle. And that's a huge, and you're right, everybody needs to make extra money. And that's one of the two reasons. The main one that everyone needs to be in LiveGood is to get healthy with the highest quality supplements on the planet. Every single one of us should be taking our magnesium every single day, not to mention our vitamin D3, K2, and our multivitamin and a lot of other stuff. But let's just start with those three. But number two, everybody needs to make more money. And even if we only get to 10 million members in this company, with recognizing there is a potential to get over 50, even potentially over 1 million members in this company in the next several years, you've got an opportunity to earn on a lot of that volume. I mean, just by having a position as an affiliate in the Matrix, as a member, like there's going to be a lot of people making money with LiveGood, even if it's only $100, $300, $500 a month. There's also going to be a ton of people making $1,000, $1,500, $2,500, and even $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month. I truly believe that our diamond pools are going to be over $10,000 a month. And I'm going to talk about that later in the call as we continue to grow, as Nader's talking about, even outside of the network marketing industry. But Nader, I wrote down a lot. Yeah. And then speaking of tools, I mean, we've got some powerful tools, the Ben video, we've got an upgraded version coming. We've got new landing pages coming like crazy. You're going to see a lot of those popping up, all for free. We're not charging anyone extra for any tool here. But yeah, I remember, Nader, you remember the Dead Doctors Don't Lie tape? A guy named John Valente in New Vision. He killed it. And he was a great story because the kid was like 21 years old at the time. But they were selling millions of those tapes, those cassette tapes that people would listen to in their car or whatever. And they built a big organization just from that tool. But again, you know, the leaders were making a ton of money on the tools. Well, you know, people it was helping people get results. And then also I remember Prepaid Legal had what they called the brick, which was the VHS video, the big brick video with some information in there. I remember my friend Stuart Johnson, who owns the Direct Selling Association and runs it. I remember having a conversation with him, like, man, probably 20 years ago. He was like, he had just come back from a Prepaid Legal event. He's like, yeah, I sold $500,000 worth of these bricks at this event this weekend. Like, there's a lot of money going around in tools. And that's something that I don't think a lot of people recognize or maybe take for granted, but we give you guys really the most powerful tools in the industry to help you go out there and build, not to mention the easiest business system, products, anything to go out there and share and have results with. Nader, you were frozen for a second. I hope it wasn't me. Everyone, am I good? Okay.
Yeah, you were fine. It was me. I'm sorry.
From Ryan and Lisa. What else did I write down from you? Yeah, and just be excited. Nader's talking about how I was, you know, he'd hear me on the phone, and I'll tell you guys this, because a lot of you guys, I don't want to call you negative Nellies out there, but you talk about negative stuff and complain about other people or bash other people for thinking the wrong way or believing a certain way or whatever. Even if you're trying to be positive about it, guys, excitement is contagious. I want you guys to write that down. Excitement is contagious. And I know, like, you guys get on these calls and you hear us, you can't listen to me and not be excited. And that's not, you know, I'm not trying to brag or say that I'm awesome, though I know that I am. But it's true. You got to know you're awesome, and you got to be excited, and you got to share that love and excitement and enthusiasm and passion to help people go out there and be better and be happier and do the right thing. And hopefully I can spread a little bit of happiness and excitement and joy and love into your life on these Friday calls. And I definitely don't take that opportunity to do that, that you guys are listening to me, for granted. I absolutely respect that. And I appreciate your time to take it to listen to me. And I want to give you guys more power, more excitement, more energy, enthusiasm, love, passion, whatever you want to call it, to go out there and just, at the very least, have a little bit of a better day. If not, have a super awesome day and absolutely go out there and crush everything that you do today, everything you do this week, everything you do this year, and have a lot of success in everything you do inside and outside of LiveGood. So thank you for being here. With that, let's go out to our awesome Director of Product Education, Lisa Goodkin. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, sorry about that earlier. Ryan was actually building a list of potential future products, and he asked, we were on a walk this morning and we were talking about two. So he asked me what those two were. So I feel like I just said it to everybody, but hopefully they come out and that would be awesome. But so I was thinking of some things along with, our education, which is really where I lie, what I love to do. And it's not necessarily, so of course I want to help you know what to take, how to take it and whatnot, but I also want to help you sell and recruit. And by doing that, guys, you need to know and really understand about the products. And of course, I always make myself available. And like I say that you don't have to be a customer, a member, an affiliate to reach out to me to learn something. But what I really want you to do, because we talk about this a lot, is I want you to learn how to dissect the supplement facts of supplements. It's very important because because I want you to be able, like, on the spot, maybe it's over coffee, over tea, out to dinner, whatever it is, and you're talking about supplements and somebody tells you what they're on or what they're taking, and you can just look it up real quick and go find the picture of the supplement facts and quickly be able to assess a few things. So I want to give an example. I was addressing an email this morning that somebody was asking me about a Shilajit and CMOS product. It was drops. And on the front, so in big marketing terms, it also said, magnesium, zinc, it was kind of highlighting all these wonderful things about it. And then when you look at the supplement facts, and let's just take Shilajit and CMOS, because of course there was magnesium and all that in there, but let's take Shilajit and CMOS. Their product only had 100 milligrams of each. Ours has 500 milligrams of each. That is 5 times the amount. Those simple things, like, you don't need to know the science of it all, but those simple things you should learn to be able to pick up on that stuff. And no, do I always know 100% and remember exact amounts, the doses that ours have? No, I go back on our website real quick and I'm like, wait, how many milligrams of Shilajit, right? You have to do that. Also, their magnesium, it actually puts magnesium on the front of the bottle. Like, this is a big deal. There's 5 milligrams of magnesium in their product. 5. That is not going to do anything, not to mention it's magnesium citrate, which is just used to stimulate bowel movement. So again, they advertise it as magnesium. It's really not a magnesium product. And another thing that I want you to do is, I know, you can find anything that you want on Google, ChatGPT, whatever it is. But if you word things certain ways, you're going to find the correct information. So for example, I plugged this in because if you just said, oh, how much magnesium should I have a day, right? You're not necessarily going to get your optimal dosing, right? You're going to get maybe your RDA, which is to prevent disease, like real disease, right? This is not to be optimized. This is not to thrive. But how I approach my question is, what is the optimal dosing of magnesium from a functional medical standpoint? I want optimal and I want a functional medical approach, right? Because Western medicine isn't trained to do more than beyond the RDA, recommend the RDA, okay? From a functional medical optimal dosing, it talks about 400 to 600 milligrams per day. That is so much more than that measly 5 milligrams in that bottle that advertises magnesium. So I want you to just be able to use those keywords and use things to help you understand more. We preach so much about the proprietary blends and not disclosing the amounts. That should be really easy for you guys to do now, because all you have to do is look at the back of a label, and when it says a blend and it just gives you one total amount and lists all these ingredients, right there, red flag. That is easy, right? We've taught you that. Now just go compare some simple ingredients and see across hours what makes them different. Because as we say, you must have a therapeutic dose to have a benefit. It has to be high enough to have a therapeutic benefit. Has to be, okay? So so much to learn. Maybe we'll do like a good training on this too, so you guys can flag it. One of our Monday trainings is like kind of how to dissect supplement facts, because I think that's a key thing for you guys to be able to really educate others and get them to come over to LiveGood, right? So again, lots of education, but always utilize me. You guys are doing an amazing job. I really appreciate the feedback you guys give me when you reach out, and I give you a ton of information, maybe more than you were expecting. But yeah, great stuff, guys. Keep up the great work, and always here for you.
Awesome. Love it. And you don't have to know what the optimal dosage is in products to know that most of these companies, most of these brands, most of these products are not even telling you what's in it anyway. So you can't even determine if there is a therapeutic benefit of or optimal dosage in there. And that's a big thing. So you talk about education, just teaching people that, hey, most of these brands, literally 97% of supplement brands out there, supplement products out there, don't tell you the amounts of the ingredients that are in the product. They list a proprietary blend, and it just says how much of total. So this product has 8.5 ounces in the whole bag. It says 30 servings. One scoop is 8 grams. So our Super Greens, one scoop is almost 12 grams, literally 33% more product in this product than this one. You have no idea. They say products like spirulina, chlorella, broccoli, all this stuff, but you don't know how much. It could just be a sprinkle in here. You want to know how much of every single ingredient is in our product? It's all listed right here. Not a single organic ingredient, 100% USDA certified organic. $59.95 online, $60, $18, higher quality, lower price, more product, more power, more value, 3 times less for a much superior product. Like, who's going to go back to spending $59 when they know that there's a better option out there? And here's a funny thing, like this, I don't know if you guys saw the video a few months ago, but this brand spends a lot of money advertising on Facebook, and they knew that they were losing customers to LiveGood. Everyone recognizes that's not a secret. It's just when you offer value, give people a better product at a better price, that's what's going to happen. But because of that, they put a picture of our product in their ad. And it was the weirdest thing because they wanted to attract attention, which worked. People were looking at the ad because they saw the Super Greens on their picture. And then, but you look at all the comments, and on their ad that they were paying money for, all of you guys and all of our customers were posting LiveGood Super Greens is the best. And they didn't even compare, like in the thing, they show our product, but there's no, and they talk about a lot of other products. They didn't even mention our product in their ad. And everyone's like, yeah, show the comparison to LiveGood. How come you don't share it? LiveGood's all organic. LiveGood's a better product. And it was awesome. Like, it just totally, people recognize it. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. I think they've stopped running that ad. If they were at least a little bit smart, they probably should have. But if they want to keep running it and keep giving us more attention, that's fine as well. But so yeah, just, recognizing transparency, recognizing that most companies, you don't even know what's in it. And that is first of all, like one of the shadiest things that the industry is doing. And one of the reasons that I came back is to fix that aspect of it, not to mention the high prices, which are absolutely ridiculous, and the low quality that a lot of companies do. They use the cheapest ingredients so they can maximize their profit margin, which from a business perspective makes sense. So what you've also got to ask yourself is, am I buying this product to make this company money, or am I buying this product because this company wants to help me get healthy? And, when Dr. Ryan and Lisa make these products, they're making them to take these products. And that's another question. I mean, you guys hear this all the time, but from me and Dr. Ryan and Lisa, but, if you look at most of these products, do you even know who made this product? Do you know who's behind it? Did the person who even created this product, do they use it? Do they dare put this stuff in their body? I would say probably not, because they're the ones that know what's in it. And if they're not sharing what's in it, there's obviously something they're hiding. And I would bet, I wouldn't put that product in my body, and I wouldn't think they would either. But when you understand what's in here, guys, Dr. Ryan uses this product every day. Lisa uses this product every day. I use this product every day, including right now, highest quality, lowest price. So awesome stuff, Lisa. And yeah, just recognize that transparency, guys. If a product doesn't tell you what's in it, red flag right there. All right, let's go out to our awesome director of product development, Dr. Ryan. Good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. I got a message from Sabrina here in the Q&A. She said, when is the bone support going to be available? So here is the bone support.
Oh!
I'm sorry that it's only in my hands and not the warehouse. The warehouse does not have possession of Osteo Complete. They do not have it yet. They will have it early next week. Last Friday, I said we would have it today. Unfortunately, it's just me that has it, so it doesn't do a whole lot of good for everybody out there that's waiting for the bone support. So my apologies. Ben, there is so much stuff happening. It's crazy on the product front. There is never a dull moment. There is so much there is so much terrain left. Like there is so much. We haven't even began like to even scratch the surface on what we can do in this industry with new supplements, new and exciting things, and emergent therapies, things that are coming out. And I love it because the momentum is building so rapidly around us. Outside of the sick care model, it's building, and the research, and people are putting more research dollars into showing the benefit, the clinical benefit of certain dietary supplements. So it's really exciting to see. A lot of those companies, Ben, are the ones that do, I say Ben, but I'm talking to everybody, the audience. A lot of those ones are the ones that do the patented ingredients. So if you look at our collagen as an example, we've got 3 patented ingredients in there: polynol, velocitol, and a preflex. What's cool about using them, they take I don't want to say basic, but they take an ingredient and then they really invest in it, they trademark it, and then they go and they get patents on, and they can do studies on, so they can make qualified health claims. They're basically making claims. And you guys know in this industry, we can't make claims. We can't say something treats, prevents, cures, or mitigates any disease. That's like a huge no-no. We don't mess. Like, so you know, it's always around the food aspect of dietary supplements, because that's how we're regulated. Supplements are regulated just like our food industry. They're not regulated like the drug industry. People say, oh, it's unregulated. No, it is regulated, just not as strict as the drug industry. And that's the problem, in a sense, though. That's where there's so much latitude. People can really maneuver. So if they want to be unscrupulous, you know, in their marketing tactics and their lack of transparency, they can kind of do it. So, but what stops them? Well, the consumer does. The consumer does. When the consumer stops them, they stop buying from them eventually. Once they do the things like Lisa had just talked about, just learn the basics. And like Ben said, actually, glad Ben clarified that a little bit, because Lisa, I kind of agree with Ben. I don't really think that people will ever really know exactly, should know, when they look at how to read and interpret a supplement, especially on dosing. But Ben's right. Like if it just doesn't show you enough to even be able to get to that next step, that's already the flag, right? And like, because I wish people would, and I'm still down to do a Zoom training on it. I agree with you. So that's the point, though. Like, there's a lot of momentum building around us in the supplement business, and I'm really glad to be leading the charge. Us, not me. Us. It's the whole family, the whole team. So because that's what matters is really bringing attention and awareness to the important issues in this industry, and it's great. It's great to know that we're right in the forefront of all of that. So a lot of cool things happening. I just showed you the Osteo Complete, this bone support. Talking about qualified health claims, anytime you have 500 milligrams of calcium or more, so we have it in here. You can basically say bone support. You can tell it that it increases bone density, mineral absorption, all these great things. And we're going to talk about this on Monday. So our Monday training call will be on Osteo Complete. We're going to explain to you guys everything to know about bone support, when you should be focused and why you should be focused about bone support at a younger age, what to do about it, how to supplement, how to eat, how to exercise, things that go into ensuring we have strong, dense bones. Because without strong, dense bones, guys, we got nothing. Our mobility goes away, and then things kind of unravel. So, but right behind this bone support, so bone support early next week. Right behind that is the gummy. It's a CBD gummy. It's USDA certified organic. We talked about it last week. I said we had some just minor delays on reprinting the bags, and it is still on track. I checked in yesterday. We are still on track for a September launch. So we're good on that front. But a lot of other things I'm going to highlight real quick, and I'll send it back to you, Ben. So we've got immunity. I talked to Ben a little bit about immunity. We're trying to figure out the best way to position immunity. We kind of like the idea of a stick pack, something where it's easy to travel with, to throw it in your water bottle, take it back. Of course, a lot of our supplements support the immune system, but it would be nice to be in that dedicated supplement. I was looking up the Emergency, which everybody kind of knows. I can't believe the ingredients in this thing. I mean, they're terrible. I mean, your fructose, maltodextrin. You know, they of course are using the silicon dioxide, just super unnecessary ingredients. And it's kind of crazy to see something like that that probably sells millions of units a year. And sure enough, it's a terrible product. I honestly wouldn't even take it. I never would. So immunity is cool. The parasite cleanse, the wormwood dosing is a little tricky. So I'm working on the parasite cleanse to finalize that, get that done and into production. Something new that came up on the household cleaner. I like the household cleaner. Obviously, you guys know I'm using our essential oil. I love it. The issue is on the disinfectant side, whether or not to include one, just trying to vet that out a little bit, because there's a very potent disinfectant. I might keep it separate and figure out a way to incorporate that, but just stand by on that. I'm trying to work that out. A skin cleanser, we haven't talked about it in a while. You know, we've got a lot of great stuff going on in skincare. We have the Whip Tallow Balm, which I use all the time. But really, more than that is our skincare routine that we have. We have a 4-product skincare pack. Amazing. I'll probably do another video on it just to show you how simple the routine is. So that I want to add to, I want to get a cleanser so you guys can do the cleanser and then go to the toner, then go to the serum, then go to the moisturizer. Kicking butt. All right, NAD. Everybody wants to know about NAD. You guys message me, email me, everybody. NMN and NR are precursors to NAD. I'm talking about using NAD plus and putting it in the sublingual film, just like our methylene blue. Of course, it won't stain the teeth or the mouth, and NAD is highly effective. If you guys don't know much about NAD, you should definitely check it out as a cofactor in many of our, just tons of our bodily functions. So coffee creamer, I've talked a lot about. That is in production. Serving size was the last thing I was working on. It's weird. It's tricky how you want to do it, and whether or not the flavor profile and all that. So working on that. Meal replacement, USDA certified organic. We decided we are going to stay with the single-use packets. I've got that coming. I just got to work out some final details. It is going to be USDA certified organic. I will never let that one go without it. And then here's something cool. The cortisol. So we know cortisol is a stress hormone. A lot of people have heard about that, talk a lot about it. We talked about the blood test or the serum test or the saliva test, the things that we have, the options we have. So we can do a saliva cortisol. I haven't vetted this through the team yet, but saliva cortisol, easy to do. You can do a 4-spot or a single total, very inexpensive. And we'll also have a cortisol stress support supplement to go along with it. I think that's a great entry. Working on that, getting some details right now. It would be very easy to do, actually. So we're almost there. Lisa was yelling back to me this morning on the call about EPA DHA for children. Love that idea. They need it. Developing brains absolutely need it. Whereas our factor 4 is not super ideal for little kids. Large soft gels, kind of a lot to take. What do you think about men and women's hair? I know there's, again, this falls into the immunity thing. Like, we've got products that are great for hair, awesome for hair. But what if we just did a dedicated supplement that focused on men and women's hair? That's an option. Looked at that. And I talked about the parasite cleanse. Man, a lot. There's a lot. So Ben, I mean, that's a bunch of stuff, but I want to make sure people know that this is not just for osteoporosis and old, brittle bones and old people. That's not the case at all. So make sure you join us on Monday, noon Eastern, please. We'll see you there. Back to you, Ben.
Wow.
Love it. So when will that product be available to order?
I think Wednesday. So transit Monday, Tuesday, in Wednesday. Warehouse is ready to rock. You know how they did. We don't want to crush them with too much. So Wednesday, I would think, is a safe bet.
Awesome. Love it. And the product orders are going crazy. We hired another warehouse packer this week to keep up with the demand, the growing orders that you guys keep going. I love it. That's when we say you can't unsee it. Like, that's why it doesn't matter on the recruiting side. The orders continue to go up and up and up and up consistently every single month. But I love what Dr. Ryan said. There's so much terrain. We haven't even scratched the surface. And that's a exciting, scary in an exciting way thing, because we have almost 40 products right now. We might have over 40 if you count the different flavors and variations of our hydration stick pack. We have 2 flavors. Our essential aminos, our CBD oil, we've got 5 because we've got the 2 750s and the 3 1500s plus the pet CBD. So yeah, lots of amazing products. And that's the interesting thing. I mean, Ryan just rattled off probably 20 more products that are coming down the pike. And you guys have been amazing at recommending things, at giving us ideas, giving us your feedback, suggestions, new products that we could have that you think will benefit people. A big one that we just launched, oh man, I just brought it in the kitchen because I ran out of the other one, is our black seed oil. I mean, that was really a suggestion from the field and has become one of the top 5 best-selling products in just the last few weeks. It is just flying off the shelves. They call it the remedy for everything but death. The blessed seed. I mean, it is an amazing product, been used for over 1,000 years in Middle Eastern medicine for literally everything: respiratory health, digestive health, immune system health, strength, heart protection, just everything. And it's such an awesome, awesome product. And you guys get it. And it's cool because Dr. Ryan probably would have thought of that eventually. I mean, his list continues to grow, but at the same time, that was something that came from you guys, came from the field. And Dr. Ryan thought it was a great idea, and boom, made it happen. And it is just flying off the shelf. So absolutely love it. Keep those ideas flowing. You guys are awesome. All right. let's get into, Nader, you want 1 minute before we get into ranks?
That would be so cool. Thank you. Thank you, Ben. You might want to step aside for this part because while you were saying that, I was thinking about
1 minute.
stuff.
Let's go.
It's come. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I've been doing this for a long time. You all heard of it before. You know, it all starts with the base. Yes, our amazing product, the 4 magical words: highest quality, lowest price, full transparency. That's LiveGood right there. Those 4 right there. But you know what? You could have all that, but if you don't have the foundation based on honesty, integrity, caring for people, and here's a word that Ben used to say all these years. Every time we looked at some of the other companies out there playing games with people, all those gimmicks out there, all those gimmicks that some of the company owners, some of the formulators go out there and come up with. I've been around the block so long, ladies and gentlemen. I've helped launch companies as a consultant for contract manufacturers that were sitting on tonnage of extra products that other MLM made and went out of business. They brought us in to build an entire company over some leftover product. You cannot compare integrity of the owners of that company. I'm not talking about me. I know Lisa and Ryan for about 4 years now. I've known this young man for 25 years. And I really wish he wasn't on the screen right now, ladies and gentlemen. It all starts with integrity. It all starts with caring for people. This guy cares for people. What other company owners in this industry will come up with car programs to get people locked into more debt. This man over here, even when he wasn't an owner, even when he was building organizations, was telling people the first $500 that you make, take your beloved out to dinner, take for half of it, take the other $250 and put it in your business and buy leads. Well, those days we had to buy leads because we were too ashamed to tell our friends about a $50 diet pill that the comp plan page clearly says it costs about $5 to make. So ladies and gentlemen, for myself, when Ben told me he was going to retire about 10 years ago, I was in panic. I wanted to do some more. And I actually made the mistake of getting involved with a couple of other CEOs because I really thought they were like Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, some of the things this guy says, you got to take notes. I've never been around anyone like him that truly cares for people and hates gimmicks. I mean, truly hates gimmicks. I went to him personally when we launched the Factor 4. I'm like, bro, maybe we should do a limited run and say we're going to run out so people buy more. His answer to me, Nader, that's a gimmick. That's the man I am serving. And we are together serving 2 million people. So ladies and gentlemen, it's all about integrity. He didn't come and start LiveGood to make extra money. Trust me. I don't know his finances. I don't want to get into finances, but believe you me, he's comfortable. I see what 2 million people are recognizing. Honesty, integrity, truly caring about everyday people. That's our Ben Glinsky. So you're going to hear some amazing numbers of duplication. These duplication numbers is what's going to take our company to 100 million people. This guy opens his mouth, truth comes in. And sometimes I come at him. I'm like, bro, what is this? You keep saying we're still hot. What you keep? But you know what? He knows what he's talking about. He's not going to change the way he talks because I say something or somebody else says something. It's integrity based, and I'm so thankful for him. Go for it, dude.
Thank you. No, integrity is huge. And yeah, I mean, we've both worked with some shady owners out there. I mean, we still get calls on the software side that we turn down most of them. But, you know, we had a call from a company that has done a lot of volume, but they've got so many lawsuits against them. We're like, dude, there is no way we would ever get involved with you or help you do more bad stuff. Like, no. But yeah, so it's, you know, and from I appreciate what you said, Nader, but it's totally true. And from a business perspective and a competitive edge perspective, quite honestly, when you're doing things right and you recognize how many bad apples there are, bad players, shady stuff is going on in the industry, it kind of, I mean, even though they're in some ways cheating, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like, man, they're doing it wrong. They're doing it wrong. They're doing it wrong. They're doing it stupid. This guy's an idiot. Like, we can crush all of these guys. And it just kind of, from a business perspective and a competitive edge perspective, I just feel like doing things the right way, you're always going to win, and you're always going to have an advantage, even over the cheaters out there. Cheaters, it's always going to get exposed. It's always going to come back and bite you. I believe in karma. I believe what you put out there, good or bad, comes back tenfold. You're doing shady stuff, it's going to cost you. You're doing great stuff and you're helping people, you're going to get rewarded. And so that's just the way I live my life. I run my businesses. I take care of my family, whatever, my friends, everything, and just do the right thing. Be honest, be open, be transparent, and good things happen. And so again, I just feel like every time I see companies out there, and I'm not bashing anyone, there are companies that are doing good things. There are good players out there as well. I'm not saying everyone sucks. And there are some good products out there as well. But when you recognize that most of them are doing it wrong, and it makes it very easy to look at what's wrong, fix it, do it better, and help more people, and really give all of us a competitive edge out there in the industry. And I mean, 2 million members in 2.5 years has never been done anywhere close in this industry. So maybe doing things right actually works. And, we're going to continue. And guys, I mean, we really haven't scratched the surface. I'm going to talk about that later in the call today as well. So let's jump into, so thank you, Nader. But let's, and Nader, just to give it back to him, I mean, this guy, he gets it. He's all about helping you guys. We've been in this industry together we've been friends. I'm not friends with shady people. I mean, let me take that back. I have friends who are shady, but I recognize they're shady and I would not do business with them. I might go mountain biking with them, might play golf with them, whatever, maybe go snowboarding with them. But, I've always got my guard up. Nader, this guy would give you the shirt off his back. He is as honest as the day is long. Sometimes he gets excited, maybe a little hypey, but at the same time, he truly believes in what he's saying. He believes in this business. I know he believes in me. I know he believes in you guys. He knows you can do it, and he wants to see you guys win. And that's what he's about. So all good people here, and that's who we align ourselves with. So be good, be awesome, be true, be honest, be transparent, have integrity, and do things right, and you will come out ahead. The other way is just not worth it. Okay, here we go with ranks. Another solid week. 1,188, almost 1,200 new bronze ranked affiliates this week alone. Bronzes are the backbone of this compensation plan, because that is, as Nader said, the duplication. If people can't do it, if people can't get to bronze, then people don't get to silver. If people don't get to silver, no one gets to gold, platinum, diamond. It all stems from roots, from starts, from people being able to duplicate, get those first 2 people, and get to bronze. And when you see most companies out there, 1% to 2% of people who are in profit, making money, and here we've got over 30% of our affiliates are actually able to succeed, achieve that first rank, get into profit, and maintain it every month, 10 times the average in the industry. That is duplication. And that kind of duplication has never, ever, not anywhere close, been duplicated, for lack of a better word, anytime ever before in the network marketing industry. 30% of affiliates in profit, guys. That doesn't happen. And that's just another thing that just so far, just miles apart, sets us apart from every other company out there. I mean, a good company right now, 3 to 4% of their affiliates are in profit. We've got 30%, guys. That doesn't happen in the network marketing industry. Week in, week out, people are duplicating. People are able to do it. People who have struggled in those other companies, failed to ever enroll a single person or sell a single product, are finally being able to have success, get their first 2, sometimes the first day, sometimes the first week, and seeing results. And on top of that, nobody loses in LiveGood. You place a product order, you're saving more than your $10 a month just on that first product order. I mean, you can, your first testimonial, order ultimate wellness pack, 7 products for $99. This would cost you $300 or $400 anywhere else. There's a testimonial right there. I just saved $200 on my first order. Boom. That covers your membership for 2 years. And what do you got, Nader?
That's it. You're right. Sorry, I'll go mute. I'm so excited.
Oh, no worries. Awesome. So yeah, you can come. So I told Nader, sometimes he talks a lot and takes away, but I like the enthusiasm. I like the be my hype man. just not all the time. So anyway, but yeah, you can unmute and say yes. That's okay. All right, let's move on. So 1,188 new bronzes this week, 101 new silvers, over 100 people this week alone built a team of at least 20 members in their organization. That doesn't happen in the network marketing industry. Silvers are making $100 to $300 a month residual income. Absolutely love it. Congratulations, silvers. We had another 19 new golds just this week. People who have built a team of 100 members in their organization. Most companies, you see that happening maybe once or twice in a month. We had 19 this week alone. Building a team of 100 members in a network marketing company is not an easy thing. Like, it took me years to be able to do that. And even the company that actually I might have had over 100 in that company for the short amount. I mean, we're trying to convince people to pay $500. This was a company called One Network, just full transparency. I hate when people tell you a story and kind of leave out details. A company called One Network, there's an owner named Mark Guest. Talk about shady people. I mean, this dude was so far in debt, driving around in a brand new Ferrari, trying to impress everybody. And quite honestly, it worked. I was 22 years old.
Yep.
That looked cool. I wanted to be like him. So I believed him. But we're selling literally $500 for a portal. This was when the internet was kind of getting started. I didn't even know what a portal was. It was literally like a search engine with some ads on it. It was like, there was no value in it. It was literally like zero value. And we're trying to sell it for $500 in a binary compensation plan. And it was only a one-time $500. So it wasn't like monthly residual. People weren't paying money every month. So the only way you're making money is with new people coming into that thing. And I remember 1 week I made over $1,000. 1 week, not like I finally got there and then was making $1,000 a week. No, 1 week I made over $1,000. Most weeks it was like 100, 200, 100, 150. Like I was struggling. That's why I was driving up to the office to use the free long distance phone call instead of paying $400 a month for my own phone bill, which I was on top of that, just to make, maybe $1,000 a month. And that 1 week I made $1,000. And then the checks don't even cash unless you're the first one at the bank, because this dude doesn't have enough in his bank account to cover the checks he was paying out. So anyway, it's crazy out there. But so that's what I see, to build a team, back to this rank advancement, to build a team of 100 people in an organization. I was working my butt off, and that was 20 plus years ago. And I don't think I had 100 people in my organization, maybe like right around there. And now, I mean, to see 19 people, and I was probably the number 2, 3, 4, top 5 earners in that company. And I didn't even have a team of 100 people, or maybe it was right around there. So to see 19 people in a week hit that rank, build a team of 100 members in their organization, that doesn't happen in network marketing. And that's like kind of a slower week for us. 19 new golds this week alone. Absolutely love it. So congratulations, golds. I call that the sweet spot, that $300 to $500 a month in residual income. And then we've got some golds in the $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month and above, as they're more mature organizations, got some big volume under them. And then we had another 3 new platinums this month. Again, I mean, you see one platinum hitting it, one person in a company building a team of 500 people. That doesn't even happen once every single month. We had another 3 just this week alone. Platinums are making on the low end about $1,000 a month, and the high end $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month. We've got a lot of platinums that are making full-time income in LiveGood, building a team of 500 members in their organization, and that's the thing. I mean, I talk about, it's hard to build a team of 100 people. Here, it's actually not hard, proven by our numbers that we see every week. And when you have something that's true and honest and easy and fair and transparent, and people get it and need it and they have value, it makes sense. Like, to say we have 2 million members, it sounds impressive, but you look at what we have, it's like, obviously they have 200 members, right? I mean, obviously everyone is going to continue to buy their products from LiveGood. And this is the scary, weird, crazy thing out there. There's literally zero competition. There is nobody out there in the supplement space, much less the network marketing industry, who is giving people this level of value. this level of quality at these low prices. It doesn't exist anywhere. So, and even until that happens, like there's absolutely zero reason anyone should ever buy supplements from anywhere else. Should it happen soon? Great. People have another option. But for right now, like it makes perfect sense that we're growing as fast as we are. And at the same time, are about to take it to a whole nother level. So no new diamonds this week. That wraps up our rank advancements. Again, 1,188 bronzes,
wow.
1 silver, 19 golds, 3 new platinums just this week. Congratulations to everyone who achieved rank. I absolutely love it. Keep up the great work. Keep sharing. Keep helping people. Keep caring, because that's what this is about. Guys, you're giving people supplements that genuinely, 100% absolutely can change their lives, that people need, whether they know they need it or not. People need these supplements. And from all the different things you can do to help yourself get healthier, whether it's exercising, which you guys should all be doing every single day, eating right, which we can all probably do a little bit more of, supplements, even sleeping good is important, but supplements are the easiest. I mean, all you literally have to do is take the supplement, mix it in water and drink it, swallow a capsule. It doesn't get any easier than that. The impact that it can have on your life, on your health, on the quality of your life and everything you do, not just today, but long-term for the next 10, 20, 50 years of your life is absolutely huge. And it's a no-brainer. Guys, it is worth for the value that you get from these supplements. It's not a compromise. It's not like, I mean, you spend $100 a month on our ultimate wellness pack. You don't have to decide, you know, if you're going to buy your supplements or something else. I mean, if that's too much, at least $27. Everyone can afford $1 a day for just essential products that everybody absolutely just no question has to be taking every single day. We all need to protect our immune system, protect our heart, to protect our brain, to protect our bones. Vitamin D3 with K2 is non-negotiable. Same thing with magnesium. It's literally, it plays a role in every single thing our body's doing. Most of us are not getting enough. If something's not working in your body, you're probably not getting enough magnesium. Like $8.95, less than 30 cents a day, no brainer, no excuses, non-negotiable. And a multivitamin, again, none of us are getting everything we need out of our daily diet. We absolutely need to bridge those nutritional gaps. These 3 products for $27.
Oh my gosh.
That is a no-brainer. And then, I mean, speaking of what Nader said, you know, how other companies, this just popped into my head, would, you know, they have all this leftover product that they couldn't sell from their account. So they try to, they'll either rebrand it or not even rebrand it and just try to launch a network marketing company around it. I mean, we can launch a network marketing company around any one of these products. Any one. We could be a one product company and do very well. We can mark it up, sell this for 50, 60 bucks and help, you know, I shouldn't say help, but because that's the opposite, is kind of hurting people when you're overpricing products, selling it to people. I mean, we wouldn't do that, but the old school network, like there are companies, single product companies out there that are selling one product that doesn't even compare to what we have with LiveGood for higher quality, lower price every single day. And we have all of it all under one roof. So again, it's not surprising when you look at it that we have 2 million members. I mean, people get impressed by that number, but it makes perfect sense. And I mean, to think that we won't have 10 million members in the next few years, it's like, is there any reason, like what would cause us to not get that many people? Everyone who sees LiveGood knows that like they can't unsee it. Highest quality, lowest price. Why would anyone go back to spending $70 on a CBD oil when they could get the highest quality USDA certified organic for, that's our detox, not our CBD oil, for $19.95? Just, it doesn't, makes sense. So that's what we got. That's what we do. Congratulations again to everyone who achieved rank. And I mean, there was a company that launched just with CBD oil and built to like over $100 million a year, selling CBD oil for minimum 69 bucks. $19.95 for a higher quality. Theirs wasn't even organic product out there. So, all right, let's, I got a few announcements and a little bit of excitement to talk about. So let's jump right in. All right. So for the last, man, it's been several months, maybe over a year. We haven't been able to sell or ship product to Mexico or Spain. Those have been, and we've been working very hard on getting Mexico. We filed a lot of stuff, worked with our legal team, worked with our compliance team, worked with our international just shippers and everything, trying to figure out how we can get product to Mexico. We finally cracked the code, solved the problem, figured it out, and now we're able to sell and ship product to both Mexico and Spain. I don't think there's any other countries that we're not able to sell product to. So Mexico is a big market, and I know a lot of you guys have members, contacts, people in your team, or potential people in your team in Mexico, and now we can ship product there with full tracking, full deliverability, confirmation, all that stuff. So that is reopened. That's an exciting thing. On the other side, we just hit a glitch, I shouldn't say, well, whatever you want to call it, with Canada. So Canada apparently, where is it? Hold on, one sec. Does not, I don't know what it is. We just found out this morning, but we cannot currently ship our pet multivitamin to Canada. So we turned off sales of this product to Canada. Sorry, Canadians. I don't know if it's a specific ingredient in there. I don't have all the details yet. That's probably what it is. We might be able to simply file something and get it approved pretty quickly, or it might be something deeper. I don't know. But right now, Canadians cannot order our pet multivitamin. There were about some orders seem to have gotten through that ordered this, but there are about, I don't know, maybe 30 or 50 that they're sending back. They denied. So support sees that. They know exactly which ones are coming back to us. They've refunded you. They've contacted you. Our customer support manager, Michelle, who is amazing, absolutely awesome. I'll talk about her more here in a second, but she's emailed all you guys, let you know we refunded not just the pet, the whole order. So you're not getting that order if it included the pet multivitamin if she emailed you. So you got to place a new order, and we'll ship it out first thing tomorrow and get it out to you as fast as we can. This is not something we anticipated or have any idea right now why they're not allowing this product into Canada. I mean, it's human grade. It's USDA certified organic. It's literally food. I don't know what they don't like about it, but there's something they don't like about it. So until we figure that out, you guys can't order it, and you'll have to reorder something. The people who didn't get it, some of you did get it, as you probably know. It's in your house. Your dogs have been liking it. Your cats have been loving it. But that's the case with that. Okay, other stuff. So, oh, that's a good one. Okay, if you didn't notice, and we're still cleaning it up a little bit, or a lot of it. So I turned on the subscribe and save this week. And I decided to do it a different way than originally planned. Originally, I was going to increase the member prices to decrease the subscribe and save price to make that savings appear a little bit more. So for example, I was going to make Super Reds, instead of $18 for members, going to make it $19.95, which is still best value out there on the planet, and do the subscribe and save $17.95. But we decided to keep it a lot easier to understand and save you guys even more, and cut our margins even more that are already tight just because we're awesome. So all products, we didn't raise a single price of any product, not a single one. And now with subscribe and save, you get an extra 5% off of anything. So nice. You get, I think, so this is, $18, 5% is what, 90 cents? So $17.10 for subscribe and save. Ultimate Wellness Pack, instead of $99.95, you save $5. So it's like $94.95. That's, I mean, nice. Talk about a smoking deal. You get this on subscribe and save every month. Boom, you save an extra $5. That almost covers the shipping. Probably does cover the shipping for some closer states like Alabama, Georgia, because we ship everything from Florida. So that's a really cool thing. And I want you guys to recognize that, take advantage of that, and use it, because we want to make it easy for you guys to get these products, to have them, to not run out of them, which is a big thing. So that is now available and is just going to get cleaner, smoother. We're working on cleaning up the whole site, which is another reason that fundraising, I know you guys are so excited. I promise I am. I cannot wait to get the fundraising up, but wanted to clean it up a little bit more before we launch that, just to make the fundraising so super clean and smooth. And so I promise that is so high on the priority list that, yeah. So I'm not going to give you a time frame, hopefully next week, but still there might be a couple of little things we need to clean up before that. Other than that, this is the cool thing. I just wanted to talk about this. We've talked about, Nader kind of mentioned how the network marketing industry works, but I love what he said at the beginning of the call. And so actually, let's go back and we'll focus on that. Then I'll talk about this, but be excited, guys. Like, enthusiasm is contagious. And again, I want you to write that down if you didn't earlier in the call. Enthusiasm is contagious. Like, be excited about what we have. This is a very exciting time, a very exciting opportunity that doesn't happen in the network marketing industry. I mean, I have never seen a company where it's like, oh yeah, they'll put in 2 million people in 2.5 years easy. It's like, what, hopefully we get a few thousand. And Nader and I have worked with some big companies out there in the industry. And I mean, when you're selling a product for $60, $80, $100, you don't need as many people to get to $100 million, $200 million, $300 million a year in sales as we've seen and helped companies get to. So to do it with a $10 a month membership and the lowest priced products out there in the industry is pretty impressive in itself, but it actually, it makes sense. So anyway, just want you guys, like, man, it's exciting. Like, I don't want anyone to miss out on this is kind of what I'm trying to get at. So, so just make sure no one misses out. We'll leave it at that. But, as far as the network marketing industry, I'll close it with this. Most companies, and speaking of, getting to those numbers and volumes, if a company hits 100,000 members after 5 years, like total members accumulate, like that's a good run for most companies out there. And you see companies like, that's how the industry works. They have runs, they have peaks, they have valleys, and it's rare that a company has more than one peak. Like once it starts to go down, for the most part, that was their run, and they try to milk it and that's why you see all these companies turning off or eliminating their affiliate marketing program or their network marketing compensation plan and just going 1 or 2 tiers, because they're not building anymore. They're not growing anymore. People have stopped recruiting. And so they just want to milk it for as much as they can. And if they don't have to pay out all these commissions anymore, it just adds to the owner's profits, the owner's bottom lines. And, they can let it kind of fade out as much as they want and make as much money as they can while it does. Here, there is an endless supply, because in most companies, you've kind of got a finite number of people in the network marketing industry who are going to join your program. And once that number, I mean, whether it's 20,000 people, 30, 50, 100,000, whatever, it gets to a point where everyone says saturation is not true in the network marketing industry. It's absolutely true. I mean, when you're selling a product for $60, $80, $100, you're going to run out of people who are going to pay that. Just that's how it is. When you have something that everyone inside, outside, anywhere in the world needs, inside the network marketing industry, outside the network marketing industry, absolutely needs, gets value from, and can't get anywhere else, again, inside or outside of the network marketing industry, it's going to continue to grow. And that's why, that's not necessarily, I mean, you guys can, it doesn't matter where people come in to this company. That's why we're spending millions of dollars on ad campaigns, on Facebook, on Google, on TikTok, on Amazon, on influencers, on podcasts, on everywhere, TV, radio, to get the word out, to continue to grow this and push it and just keep the fuel on the fire, keep the pedal to the metal. I mean, this is going to grow regardless if we spend $1 on advertising or $0 on advertising or $5 million in advertising. It doesn't matter. Like, it's going to continue to grow because it makes sense. Because once people see it, they can't unsee it. But again, we want to push it. We want to grow faster. We want to help all of you guys really be able to maximize your time, your results, your effort, your energy, and get rewarded, be able to participate in our co-op, all of that stuff. And so that's our focus now, is just to continue to drive traffic, to get the word out, and to get this thing to minimum 10 million members in the next few years as fast as possible. And that's why, everything that we're focused on right now, all the advertising, all the revamping of the website, all the new email campaigns, everything that we're working on, guys, like, and this is, talk about scary, exciting. Like we haven't even tapped the surface.
Yep.
You know how many people, they say as many as 92% of people are taking at least one supplement every single month. I mean, you know how many of that, like 92% of people in the world, we've got less than 0.1% of people in the world getting their supplements from LiveGood. The opportunity, the wide open just potential that we have here is so big and so huge. And I mean, in 2-3 years, it's not going to be as huge because more and more people, millions more people are going to be heard about it, know about it. But at the same time, you know, once people see it, they can't unsee it. So we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to crush it. You guys really could not have picked a better time to get involved in a company than right now. Continue to spread the word, continue to use the amazing products, and just be a product of the product, be a testimonial. Send us those testimonials. Oh, speaking of that, really quick, and I'll close it out. Any product that you have with LiveGood, that you've used with LiveGood, that you've gotten results with LiveGood, please take the time. And the way our thing works, it's not always real time, but on every one of our product pages, there's a reviews section at the bottom. Please leave a review. And you don't, if it doesn't pop right up, you don't have to leave it again. It just means like our compliance team has to review it to make sure there's not like spam or claims or anything like that in there. And sometimes you guys put questions like, when is my product going to come? It's like, that's not a review. So leave a review. And if your review is about super reds or super greens, you know, don't say, I love the magnesium. I mean, you can say, I take all the LiveGood products, but I absolutely love the super greens. They've helped me, you know, they give me more energy. They help my digestive system. I could tell that I just feel better, whatever you want to say. But if you guys could do that, that would be awesome. We want to build up those reviews, and just because that's just going to help everyone, that credibility, that extra, what do they call it? The, what do they call it, Nader? These terms that all these marketing agencies use. But
reviews?
No, it's like a credibility thing.
User-generated then, or no?
There's UGC stuff. It'll probably come to me in a second, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Just that extra trust level that people have. Social trust, I'm right there. Social proof. I think that's what they call it. Social proof. And just, you know, recognizing that other people are using it, other people are loving it, other people are getting results with it. So don't be afraid to leave 10 reviews. If you have 10 products that you absolutely love, leave one on each one. Don't say the same thing. This is an awesome product. This is an awesome product. This is an awesome product. Say why, what it's done for you, how it's made you feel, what you've noticed. No links, no affiliate stuff. No, I love the compensation plan. Don't even mention that. Just the product, the benefits, what it's done, and why you love it. So, and I was going to come back to something, but yeah, so that's it. We're pushing. Co-op will open up here again shortly. We're pushing very hard for New Year's. As you guys know, we don't do, you know, everyone's gearing up for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Now there's an acronym for that. They call it BFCM, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I had to look it up because someone said, what are we doing for BFCM? Like, what the heck is BFCM? But that's what it is, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We do like anti-Black Friday, Cyber Monday, because all these companies, and I don't know, you guys can scroll back last year and see our videos, like if a company can afford to do 25% off, 40% off, buy one, get one free, whatever, 80% off, all that means is that the rest of the year, and if they could do that, do buy one, get one free and still make money, still be profitable on that, that just tells you, like right there, I don't know how it could get any more obvious that the rest of the year, they're just ripping you off. And so our everyday prices are still lower than most of these companies' 50% off Black Friday deals out there. And so, you know, that's kind of the education that we want to get people. That's what we want to have people recognize, because we don't have to do deals. We don't have to give discounts. We don't have to do Black Friday, Cyber Monday, super specials, because every single day we have the highest quality products at the lowest prices with full transparency. And that is why we are absolutely crushing it and helping so many people all over the world get healthy, stay healthy, do it in an affordable way, and make some extra income on the side. So that's all we got. Today is Firestarter Friday, first day of the week for LiveGood. Go out there, share your tour page, share the Ben video. New one's coming really soon. It's looking really good. You guys are going to love it. And you'll still have the opportunity to use the old one. I'm hesitant to eliminate that just because of how well it continues to perform and the results and the duplication and just the conversion rate that it has. So you'll have the option to use the new one or the old one. And there's actually two versions of the new one. One doesn't even talk about the business opportunity side of it, just talks about the products and the company and kind of the background history story, all that stuff. So get out there, share, place your product order. This is the craziest thing. I meant to mention this earlier. I'll close it with this. Keep saying I'll close it with this. But there, see how many, you guys are sticking with me. I love it. I've still got a packed call. So, I mean, most of you guys, it's like 90% of you guys are ordering product, but the weirdest thing is the 10%-ish that are not. It's like, you're in a health and wellness company, the best one in the world. You know that people need these products. You know that you need these products. I mean, look at the shop page, go through all the products. I don't know how people even decide which ones to use and not to use, because every single one of them is like, oh my God, I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that. And you look at me, like I'm using probably 15 of these products minimum every single day. I'm using 4 of them right here: super greens, collagen, coffee, and our aminos all mixed into one. So, you know, those decisions are hard, but start somewhere, guys. If you haven't ordered products, get the magnesium. Get our daily essentials pack for $27. Every time anyone asks me where they should start, I say, get our ultimate wellness pack. 7 amazing products for $99, and now $94.95 if you want to get it on subscribe and save. So take advantage of the subscribe and save. Set that up so you don't run out of product. Place your product order. We ship out every single day, and we will keep cranking, keep doing what we do, keep giving you guys all the value and power and awesomeness that we can. And we recognize it coming back from you guys. So keep giving us that feedback. Keep giving us those suggestions, ideas, anything you come up with. We look at it. We take it very seriously. And a lot of the stuff that we've launched, both product-wise and tools-wise and otherwise, have come from ideas from you guys, from the field. So we absolutely love it. We're a team. Let's keep it cranking. Let's keep crushing it. You guys are awesome. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys at the top. That's all we got. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you Monday.
Oh, yeah. Join us Monday. Dr. Ryan Lisa, Bone Support. Osteo Complete, the new launch. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. So and we'll save the recording email until the product is in the warehouse and people could order it.
Okay.
Yeah, send it out. But definitely record it. I'm excited for that one. That's going to be hot.
All right, guys. We'll see you then.
Bye, guys.